Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Mickey Richards here. And today, I got another beer review for you. Today, we're reviewing a classic American staple. A grand beer, a classic beer, a beer that we've all known and loved for generations. A beer that your grandfather drank, your father drank, and you probably drink from time to time. That's right, a glorious classic American brew. Boom! Natty Daddy. That's right. Today I am reviewing Natty Daddy. That's right. Natty Daddy, if you don't know, is the beefy father figure to Natural Ice and Natural Light, also known as Natty Ice. Natty is slang for natural, obviously. So yeah, but don't be mistaken. Just because it's a beefier, stronger beer does not mean it's a better beer. Doesn't mean it's a high quality beer or a great tasting beer. The sole purpose pretty much for this beer is that it has a lot of alcohol. And Anheuser-Busch, who makes this beer, they're well aware of that. And it's clear on the cover of this. It says Natty Daddy, of course, but on the top, in red, 25 fluid ounces. Okay, they make that clear. There's a lot of alcohol in here. 8% alcohol by volume. They make that clear. A lot of alcohol. And again, on the bottom, they mention, okay, 25 fluid ounces. So they want you to know there's a lot of alcohol in here, a lot of volume of alcohol, and it's very strong. It's going to get you trashed, wasted, drunk, tipsy, whatever. At least buzzed. If you're a really big guy, you'll at least get some sort of buzz out of this. So, yeah, that's their intention. And they're not afraid to show it. This beer is basically to get you drunk, tipsy. So, why review it then? If it's solely for getting someone drunk, why even review the beer? Well, the way I see it is that all beer, regardless of its quality or its value, should taste good. I don't care how strong it is or weak it is. The point of all beer should be to try to taste decent. Even if you're a bottom shelf liquor like this, you should try to taste decent. So I'm hoping there's a ton of bottom shelf liquors, malt liquors like this, 8%, some higher like Four Loko, which is 14%, some lower like your standard malt liquors, which are 4 or 5%. So I want to see how this compares to other bottom shelf beers and see if it's worth it. And I got my nice glass here. I'm going to open this up. Enough talking. Give it a try. Now I will say I got this beer for, I believe, $1.19. Might have even been less. Might have been $1.09. But slightly over $1. Which is, you know, crazy. 25 ounces of 8% alcohol. This is basically like 3 to 4 beers. Okay, 3 to 4 beers in this. Because it's 8% alcohol and there's 25 ounces. 12 ounces is a standard beer. 8% is almost 2 beers in strength. Or like 1.7 beers or something. Right, so double that. You're getting a little over 3 beers. 3 to 4 beers. So not bad for over $1. Considering when you go to a bar, you're going to be paying several dollars just for a Bud Light. So, you know, this takes the cake. So overall, I get a clean smell. A very plain. But it has a little bit of that ethanol. That Swedish burning sort of ethanol smell. If you've ever had Four Loko, it's that sweet, syrupy, ethanol-y malt smell. You know, it's just not the greatest, but it's not the worst. Yeah, it is got that kind of that sweet, that strong ethanol-y smell. Well, it's nice golden color. Looks like pea. Let's give it a try. So, First impression, I'm not getting much. It's very plain. Yeah, it's got a bit of that bitterness coming on the end, that aftertaste bitterness. Your first impression is it's nice and clear and crisp, but then you get hit with that sort of that bitter, that malty taste. But it's not overpowering. As of now, I'm not getting that strong ethanol, syrupy alcohol taste you get with Four Loko, for example. It's probably not strong enough. It smells like it, but it doesn't taste like it. It's just kind of a little funky beer. It just tastes a little funky. It's not, I'm getting a little of that taste, not ethanol, but it's not strong. It's not, it's not like burning too much. It's not overpowering. It's not horrible. It's not amazing. It's a little, I don't want to say skunky, but it's got that sort of that funky, almost cloudy taste. It's hard to describe beer taste, but it's a little, it's not hoppy. It's malty. It's definitely got that malt tang. If you ever had malt beers, malt liquor, it has that tang, that, I don't know, a little bit sweet taste, a little funky sweet. It's not horrible. I'm going to be honest. I thought this would be worse. I thought it would taste stronger. But make no mistake, this is strong. At 8% alcohol, you chug one of these, you drink one of these, half an hour, 20 minutes, you get one of these down. It ups quickly. So, don't be drinking this. You plan on doing anything for the rest of the day. If you have to drive somewhere later in the day, like at night, and you're drinking one of these in the afternoon or something, if you have to do yard work or whatever, because the classic example is a guy's drinking a beer when he's doing yard work. Well, if you have to do something else outside, I wouldn't advise drinking this. It's just too strong. This is like an end of the night beer where you just want to okay, it's like, I don't know, 10 at night. I just want to relax and get buzzed. This is what you're doing. All right? Or you're at a party or somewhere where you just, whatever, you want to bring something cheap, bring one of these. Overall, it's a little funky. It's not horrible. It's not super hoppy. It just has that kind of malty taste. But it's not horrible. It's not as strong as I thought it would be. Fairly plain with a little bit of that malty taste, that funky, cloudy-like taste. Yeah. So I'm going to give this a, well, there are multiple factors. Price point, this gets a 10 out of 10. I don't think you can get hardly anything cheaper. Sure. Excuse me. How unprofessional of me. Ooh. I'm sure if you got, you got cheap vodka or like Everclear, I'm sure you might get a little cheaper per shot, per beer. But this is, this is almost like 30 cents a beer. 30, 40 cents a beer, which you cannot beat. Right? You can't really beat that. Right? Bud Light, you get a pack of 30 of them. It's like 20 bucks, 17 bucks. So that's, $15. If you got a pack of 30 Bud Light for $15, that means each Bud Light would be 15 bucks. Or no, 50 cents. Right? But Bud Light is usually more expensive than that. So each Bud Light is more than 50 cents. Okay? This beer is 30 to 40 cents. That's pretty cheap per drink. There might be weird, cheap vodka and stuff you could find that could give you more, but it probably tastes horrible. I'm not a big liquor fan. I like beer because beer just doesn't burn as much. There's the one end where it's like, okay, you get it over with quickly. You just drink a couple shots. It burns. You get it over with, and you get really drunk. Versus drinking a lot of this, which tastes maybe not the greatest, but it's tolerable. I'd stick with this. Plus, beer, you can regulate yourself more. With this, you can drink it slowly and just, you know, just appreciate it for what it is. Okay? You know, with liquor, it's too quick. It's too quick. So, value, this gets 10 out of 10. Taste, this gets 7.5 out of 10. Overall, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. It's a cheap beer. It's not horribly disgusting. It doesn't taste as strong as it is. It works if you want a nice buzz for cheap. So, if you're just looking for a buzz and you're not trying to drink some high-quality craft shit, this is good. And, you know, it's more convenient than trying to buy liquor and, you know, that's at least what I think. So, yeah, 8 out of 10. Natty Daddy. 8% alcohol, 25 fluid ounces. A decent beer for a decent cheer. It was $1.19 or so where I got it. Maybe you can find it cheaper. Maybe it's more expensive where you are. But overall, a cheap, decent beer. I would get this again, but because I do beer reviews, I'll probably get another one to review. So, yeah. Thanks for watching.